demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to high school softball today here on BFA Sports as BUENA visits Our Lady of Mercy Academy here in Newfield, New Jersey on a beautiful Monday afternoon. I'm Mike Shute. Glad you're joining us for coverage today. We're checking in a little bit early as it's Senior Day. We want to bring you the Senior Day festivities here. It's Senior Day at OLMA, so we want to bring you those festivities, and we will turn things over to the public address announcer and the assistant AD here at OLMA.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Jamie Cook Field on the campus of Our Lady Mercy Academy here in Newfield, New Jersey for today's Cape Atlantic League National Division matchup between the BUENA Chiefs and your OLMA Villagers. We thank you for joining us on this special day as we celebrate our OLMA seniors. Prior to acknowledging the OLMA seniors, we'd like to take a moment and recognize the seniors from BUENA. First up, from BUENA, number 4, Imani Rivas. Senior, number 12, Tamani Dudley. And senior, number 21, Aubrey Ram. Thank you, BUENA seniors. The OLMA softball program is grateful to honor and recognize their 2 senior members for their contributions over the last 4 years. OLMA is proud of their accomplishments not just on the field, but in the classroom and in the community as well. We wish them all the best in their future endeavors. Our first senior, number 16, Madison Bullock. Madison is joined by her mom, Tara, and her brother, Aaron. Madison will attend Rutgers University, New Brunswick in the fall. Our next senior, number 6, Natalie Bachman. Natalie is joined by her parents, Jim and Tara, and her grandmom, Lee. Natalie will attend Villanova University in the fall. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, your 2025 OLMA softball seniors, Natalie Bachman and Madison Bullock. I think they both Tara. Mom Tara, Jim and Tara, and Aaron's a brother.
Game changer duties.
So there was a quick look at the Senior Day festivities here at OLMA. A real special day for a couple of players, and a real nice, classy move by OLMA to recognize the seniors for BUENA too. Timon Dudley, Aubrey Rom, and Emma Rivas. And then, of course, the seniors for OLMA are Madison Bullock, a senior who was joined by her mom Tara and her brother Aaron, and Natalie Bachman, senior center fielder, her dad Jim, and her mom Tara, her grandmom here as well. So a great day, a breezy day. We'll look forward to a great game coming up in just a few minutes here on the live stream on BFA Sports. Stick with us. We'll be back with more. everybody, once again, and welcome back to Jamie S. Cook Field here on the campus of Our Lady of Mercy Academy in Newfield, New Jersey. I'm Mike Shute. Glad you're joining us for today's Cape Atlantic League National Division matchup. OLMA playing host to BUENA. These two teams met earlier this season, back on May 5th, 2 weeks ago to the day. OLMA with a 6-0 win in that one, winning 6-0 on the road. Haley Dobelman pitched in that one, surrendered just 2 hits, struck out 11 while not allowing any walks, and limited BUENA base runners. OLMA grabbed a 1-0 lead early, added another in the 4th, and then a 4-run 7th, put away any BUENA comeback thoughts in that one. Riley Welker was 1 for 3 for the Villagers with an RBI and a couple runs scored. Devin Powell added a couple of hits as well, and Isabel Quinlan, Tegan Sofrin, and Sadie Seabrook each had a hit and an RBI as well. For BUENA in that loss, their pitcher, Volana Stengel, struck out 3 OLMA hitters, gave up just 7 hits, and only 3 of the 6 runs were earned, so she did a pretty nice job as well. We'll have different pitchers in this matchup today as you get a look at the starter out there right now. That is for OLMA, number 7, Marley Gerner, the sophomore. She is the least experienced of the pitchers on the OLMA pitching staff. But she certainly is getting a good opportunity here in the final game of the season. She's pitched 5 innings, allowed 4 hits, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts. So in minimal sample, but she's done a nice job for OLMA in her limited time in the circle for the Villagers. Leading off for BUENA and taking a called strike 1 is Timone Dudley, the senior center fielder. Dudley leads the team in hits, hitting. She's doing it all at the top of this Chiefs order. She's got a .375 average, 18 hits, has scored 16 runs for the Chiefs, and faces an 0-2 count here to start things off. Takes one high, and it's ball 1. So a ball and 2 strikes to Dudley. Again, a senior center fielder for the Chiefs, wearing number 12. Fouls one off. BUENA in the royal blue pants, white shirts with the royal blue numbers with the gold trim. And you see OLMA in the all-black uniforms today here on Senior Day, recognizing their 2 seniors prior to the start of this one. That pitch is high. Count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes. 6th pitch of the at-bat here to Dudley. We'll get the BUENA lineup introduced to you as quickly as possible. Now 3-2 as Dudley takes a ball in the dirt from Gerner. Following Dudley will be Aubrey Marr playing third base. After her, Leilani Munoz, the pitcher, and a called strike 3 to Dudley for out number 1. So it'll be Dudley followed by Aubrey Marr. Leilani Munoz, the pitcher, will bat third. Mia Celli playing first. She'll bat 4th. Number 10, Mackenzie Feaster plays left field for BUENA. She'll bat 5th. Jen Augusto is at shortstop, wearing number 8. She'll bat 6th. And it's a called strike 1 to Marr, the left-handed hitter. Batting 7th for BUENA will be Aubrey Rahm, the senior, playing right field. Batting 8th is Callie Grabowski, the catcher. And batting 9th, playing the designated player, Amani Rivas, their second baseman. She's batting in the spot of the second baseman, Ayana Sharkey. So now ball and a strike to Aubrey Marr, playing third base for the Chiefs, wearing number 7. You see the left-hander getting that head start, walking up the box. Now 1-2 from Gerner. 1-2 pitch, over for a called strike 3. So back-to-back called strike 3s from the right hand of Gerner. And there's 2 out here quickly in the first. It'll bring up Leilani Munoz, the pitcher for BUENA, wearing number 1 today. Here with 2 out. Swinging at the first pitch and lifting this into center field. Coming over is Bachman. She'll squeeze it in the gap to retire BUENA here in the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We'll stay here for the bottom of the first, and we'll introduce you to the OLMA lineup as well as the BUENA defensive alignment. So for OLMA, the Villagers, it'll be Riley Welker leading off, the sophomore shortstop, wearing number 2. Batting second, number 12, Devin Powell. She's playing left field. Batting third, Izzy Quinlan, the second baseman, wearing number 18. Then you see Tegan Sofrin, the catcher, with a 4-game hitting streak for the sophomore. She comes in batting 4th. Riley Storms at third base. The junior bats 5th. Sadie Seabrook, wearing number 14, playing first base, another sophomore, followed by Marley Gerner, the pitcher. Then you see the two seniors round out the starting lineup for OLMA. It's Madison Bullock playing right field, wearing number 16, and Natalie Bachman, who you saw make that catch to end the top half of the first, in center. She'll be batting 9th for the Villagers. Defensively, we'll take a peek at BUENA around the horn. Over at first, it's Mia Chili. At second, we mentioned Sharkey is playing second base. Ayana Sharkey wearing number 25. Over at shortstop, Jenna Gusto wears number 8. At third base, it's Aubrey Marr. And across the outfield from left to right, it's Mackenzie Feaster in left field wearing number 10. The center fielder is Timone Dudley, number 12. And in right field, number 21, Aubrey Rahm. Behind the plate, number 6, Kelly Grabowski. And pitching today for BUENA, number 1, junior Leilani Munoz. Get you some numbers on Munoz this season. She has a team-high 87 innings pitched. She's struck out 82 while allowing just 36 walks this season. She's also hit 6 batters with a pitch. And she's given up 196 hits this season. Again, these two teams met 2 weeks ago to the day, with OLMA winning 6-0 on the road at BUENA, so they match up again today. This is one of just 4 games left in the whole entire Cape Atlantic League schedule, as things are pretty much sorted out at this point. We'll take a peek at the Cape Atlantic League standings for you a little bit later on. I'll run that down for you, but here's the first pitch to Riley Welker, leading things off for OLMA here in the first. She takes ball 1. Another pitch missing just outside, and it's 2 balls and no strikes to Riley Welker, who comes in hitting .357, one of the top numbers on the team. 15 hits and 42 at-bats. She's got 10 RBIs this season, 3 doubles and a triple. The only player with a home run on this team is the sophomore catcher Tegan Sofrin, who's batting in the number 4 spot today with that 4-game hitting streak. 2 balls and a strike now to Welker. Again, just underway here at Jamie S. Cook Field on the campus of Our Lady of Mercy Academy. Swinging strike 2. Two. Hit sharply towards short. Bobbled, and Welker's going to beat it out as the play not made over there at shortstop. Jenna Gusto had to move to her right, backhand side. Couldn't come up with it cleanly. And it allows Riley Welker to reach base safely to start this one for OLMA. It'll bring up Devin Powell, the left fielder, a freshman. Shows bunt, pulls back. There goes Welker, and she's going to get there in time with the stolen base. So OLMA aggressive to start things here early. For Welker, her 7th stolen base of the season, a team high. So now Powell has a runner in scoring position with a 1-0 count. Here's the 1-0. This one looped foul down the first baseline, out of the reach of Mia Cheli, charging from first base. Still have a 1-1 count. Munoz looks in. This one's looped towards first. Off the glove of the first baseman. She can't hold on to it, and safe at first is going to be... And now running and rounding third, coming around to score. It's going to be Welker, who scores from second, and then moving up to second is Devin Powell. So a couple of errors lead to an unearned run here to get things started for OLMA. It's a 1-0 Villagers lead here in the first. So they get off to a similar start as they had in the first meeting. OLMA got a run early in that one and never looked back. It'll bring up Izzy Quinlan playing second base, another sophomore in this young team. Again, just 2 seniors on this OLMA roster, both in the starting lineup today here on Senior Day. Quinlan lines one towards short. It's going to drop in as the shortstop can't hang on to it, and no one is able to advance, but Quinlan is safe at first. So now OLMA with 2 aboard and nobody out here, off to a flying start here on Senior Day.
The catcher, number 21, Tegan Safran.
It'll bring Tegan Safran to the plate. Safran hitting a team-high 480. Swinging first pitch, hits one deep to center field. Going back on and making the catch is the center fielder Dudley. Advancing from second to third smartly is Powell. And stranded at first right now is Izzy Quinlan, but good base running on the part of Devin Powell as Safran gave it a charge, but good work out there in center field by Dudley to track it down.
Riley Storms.
It'll bring up Riley Storms here with 1 out and 2 aboard. Storms, the junior, playing third base, loops one again softly towards the shortstop, who makes the catch, then throws to first to double up Izzy Quinlan. So BUENA with a couple of good defensive plays here on the last 2 balls hit to get out of a jam. The Villagers do score 1 run on 1 hit, a couple of BUENA errors as well. We will head to the second. It's OLMA 1, BUENA nothing. Back here at OLMA in Newfield, New Jersey, as we're ready to go on, ready to start inning number 2. Mia Celli will lead off here for BUENA. The number 4 hitter takes ball 1. Playing first base today is Celli. Comes in hitting 128. She has walked 10 times this season, 5 for 39 at the plate otherwise. Takes a called strike 1, so a ball and a strike. This one is lifted in the air, but foul along the right field foul line towards some of the parents over there, keeping awake here on Senior Day. They got to be ready down the right field line. Now a ball and 2 strikes. Another one lifted foul up and out of play. It'll remain a ball and 2 strikes to Celli. Celli, a sophomore for BUENA. As we mentioned, 10 walks for her this season. One of 4 players on this BUENA team to have double digits in that category. Swing and a miss on one that bounces up there. They'll throw down to first and complete the strikeout. Good work behind the plate. Safran fires down to Seabrook for out number 1. Third strikeout
number 10
already
Feaster
for Gerner, the sophomore, who had 8 strikeouts coming in and limited innings so far this season. But off to a real good start here today. Pitch missing just outside for ball 1. Yeah, 1-0 low. 2 balls and no strikes. So for BUENA, the Chiefs come in with a 5-17 overall record. This one's lifted in front of the plate. It's going to bounce. Sofrin picks it up, but it's going to be an infield single for McKenna Feaster, the left fielder. Just a little pop right there that nobody could get to, kind of in no man's land, or no woman's land, if you will, today, as Gerner couldn't charge in for it, and it was out of the reach of Sofrin. First pitch swinging here is Jen Augusto, the shortstop. So strike 1 to Augusto. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Gerner quickly ahead here in the count. Against the freshman infielder. Augusto playing short today, as I mentioned, for BUENA. 0-2, got her to chase high and away, struck her out. That's the 4th strikeout of the day for Gerner here with 2 outs in the second.
Now batting the right fielder.
Good work by Gerner. Got her to chase her pitch on 0-2. And it'll quickly bring up Aubrey Rahm to the plate. The senior right fielder takes a called strike 1. Feaster, the runner at first with 2 outs. Here and a strike on Rahm. This ball is hit sharply down the line, but it's a fair ball. They're going to say fair ball down the line. Rolling into third base is going to be Feaster. She'll slide there safely, and a stand-up double is what it results for Aubrey Rahm. So now runners at second and third here for BUENA in this top half of the second. And the catcher, Callie Grabowski, has an opportunity here to make a real impact. Grabowski, a junior, has just 1 hit on the season, has walked 5 times. And again, limited appearances. Takes that first pitch low for ball 1. One-0, again low. Grabowski, good eye. Not chasing anything. 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the 2-0 from Gerner. That's over for a called strike. Catches the top of the zone. So 2-1 now to Grabowski. Gerner has already struck out 4 here in the early going. Top half of the second here in this Cape Atlantic League National Division matchup. Ball 3. (3-1) now 3-2. Swing and a miss for Grabowski. Full count, got her looking on the called strike 3. So Gerner gets out of a jam as BUENA puts runners at second and third there with 2 outs. But the 5th strikeout of the day for Gerner retires the side. We'll head to the bottom half of the second after this.
Never let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret.
For the Villagers, the first baseman, number 14.
Back here for the bottom of the second at Jamie S. Cook Field here on the campus of Our Lady of Mercy Academy. Sadie Seabrook will start things for the Villagers here in the second, batting in the number 5 spot. Pardon me, number 6 spot, I should say, for the Villagers. Takes ball 1. Leilani Munoz in her second inning of work for BUENA, the junior. The 1-0 to Seabrook misses low for ball 2. Sadie Seabrook, a sophomore, hitting .327. 16 hits on the season, 15 singles, and a triple this year. She's driven in 17 runs. This one is lifted foul, up and out of play. 2 balls and a strike to Seabrook. A very young team for OLMA. A lot of sophomores in this lineup. Freshmen as well. A team that looks like there's some talent here going forward in future seasons. They'll be experienced as well. 2-2 the count now. Seabrook takes a called strike 2 from Munoz. 2-2 missing high, ball 3. So the count now full to Seabrook. Here's trying to get things started for the Villagers here in inning number 2. Full count, lifted in the air in the infield. It'll be squeezed easily by Ayana Sharkey. Playing second base for BUENA today. Out number 1. It'll bring Marley Gerner to the plate. Gerner,
the pitcher, number
the sophomore,
7, Marley Gerner.
Off to a great start in the circle this afternoon. 5 strikeouts already in 2 innings. See what she could do with the bat here with 1 out in the second. First pitch swinging. No contact. Strike 1. Gerner 3 hits on the season. Just 1 RBI. Lifts this one into center. Kind of shallow. Coming on is Dudley. She catches it, though, on the run. Nicely done in center field by Dudley. Reaching up, making the catch to retire Gerner. So 2 up, 2 down here in the second. And it'll bring one of the 2 OLMA seniors being honored here today. It's
the right fielder,
Madison Bullock, playing right field. Bullock was joined by her mom, Tara, before the game, and her brother, Aaron, here as well, meeting her out in the pitcher's circle before this game started. Bullock takes a called strike 1. Bullock limited playing time this season. Does have 2 RBIs and a run scored for the Villagers this year. Fouls this one straight back, right on that one. No balls and 2 strikes here with 2 outs in the second. As you see, OLMA leading 1-0. Nobody aboard here in this bottom half of the second inning. Bullock will be going to Rutgers come September, so we wish her best of luck in her future ventures. 0-2, swing and a miss, got her. That's a strikeout. First of the day for Munoz. OLMA is retired in order here to start here in the second. We'll head to the third. It's OLMA 1, BUENA nothing.
But I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance.
Back here for the third as BUENA steps to the plate, trailing by the score of 1-0 here against OLMA.
Number 4,
Amani Rivas will step up to the plate. The senior designated player takes a called strike 1. Here to start the third In a quick-moving matchup here. OLMA leading 1-0, picking up a run in the first. Much like they did the first time these two teams met. 1-1, the count now to Rivas. Rivas, a senior, comes in hitting .286, just 2 for 7 on the season. Scored a run as well. Now 1-2 the count. Gerner already with 5 strikeouts, has recorded 5 of the 6 outs that BUENA has recorded via the strikeout. 0-2, got her to chase. 1-2, got her to chase. That's out number 1. 6th strikeout of the day for Gerner, and it'll be back to the top of the Chiefs order.
Number 12, Tamani
Dudley. Will stand in. Struck out her first time up. Again, one of the 6 strikeouts recorded by Gerner. Takes a ball 1. Over for a called strike. A ball and a strike. Dudley trying to make Gerner work here. Has that leadoff hitter's mentality, batting in the leadoff spot for this BUENA squad. Hitting .375 this season, 18 hits, 16 runs scored, just 6 RBIs from that leadoff spot, but her job is to get on base and score runs, and she's done that 16 times, as I mentioned. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dudley has also walked 13 times, and when she gets on, look out. She's stolen 19 bases this season. Again, BUENA 5-17 overall this year. They are 0-11 in the Cape Atlantic National. OLMA 6-11, 2-9 in the Cape Atlantic National. And Dudley is hit by a pitch here. So she's aboard, and now you got to watch out for the speed of Dudley. That's the 3rd time she's been hit by a pitch this season. Gerner kind of gets a quick chat from Safran behind the plate, comes out, has a quick word. And with 1 out and 1 on, it brings up Aubrey Marr. Marr at third base, shows bunt, gets it down nicely. They're going to pick it up, throw to first, but not in time. And Dudley's going to keep on going. Now she slams on the brakes, heads back to second. The throw gets away from third, but Dudley will scamper back to second. So Marr is safe on the bunt single. Puts runners at first and second here for BUENA. They've got something cooking for the 2nd straight inning with just 1 out here. Last inning they had 2 on with 2 out. This time, though, an opportunity here with a couple on and just 1 out. Leilani Munoz stands in. She flew out to center her first time up. The pitcher for BUENA today. Calls time. Wants to reset. Munoz takes ball 1, down low. Munoz, in BUENA's last win on May 12th, pitched the victory. Had 8 strikeouts in the win. She also reached base 5 times in that with 4 walks and a single. She scored 3 runs in that victory for BUENA against Lower Cape May. Again, that was back on May 12th. The Chiefs only had 5 hits, so Munoz had 1 of them, but they were able to push a bunch of runs across. Thanks to 18 walks as a team, now 3 balls and a strike to Munoz. So a real advantageous hitters count here for Munoz with a couple on the very speedy Dudley at second. This is hit straight up in the infield. It's going to be fouled out of play. Almost our way. So the count now full, 3 balls, 2 strikes to Munoz. Safran tried to see if she could find that one, but it was definitely well out of play. Full count pitch. This one's lifted up and out of play as well. So the count remains full. Munoz giving a good battle with Gerner here with 1 out and 2 on here in the top half of the 3rd. Over for a called strike on the outside corner. Munoz goes down on strikes. That is the 7th strikeout for Gerner here in the 3rd. With 2 out,
Now batting, number
2 on.
3, Mia Celli.
Buena's going to look to their number 4 hitter, Mia Celli. First pitch swing and fouling it away is Celli, 0-1. Celli, the sophomore, has 8 runs batted in this season. The hit will easily score Dudley here. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 7 strikeouts so far for number 7, Gerner. She looks in now with the 0-2. Just misses outside, and a ball and 2 strikes. Celli stands in, awaiting the pitch from Gerner. That's up and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gerner tried to get Celli to chase a couple there out of the zone. Now with a 2-2, we'll see if Gerner challenges her a little bit more in the zone. 2-2, 2 out, 2 aboard for Buena. Over for a called strike 3. The 8th strikeout of the afternoon for Gerner. And she preserves the OLMA 1-0 lead here in the top half of the 3rd. We'll keep it here and we'll update you on some things. I was talking about the Cape Atlantic League standings this season, and like I said, this is one of just 4 games left on the entire Cape Atlantic League schedule. For the most part, everyone's played their requisite 12 division games. Vineland wrapped up the Cape Atlantic American. They still have 1 game remaining in the league, and that's against Millville today. Absegami captured the National, the division that Our Lady of Mercy and Buena are both competing in. Absegami was a perfect 12-0 in the National division. And Oakcrest currently sits at 11-0, and they've clinched the Cape Atlantic League division. So all those divisions are wrapped up, and of course the 2025 Cape Atlantic League tournament has been underway as well. Vineland was the number 1 seed, St. Joe's Hamilton the number 2 seed, and those 2 teams reached the title game, which is tomorrow. So Vineland right now 18-1 pending their outcome today against Millville. Will play host to St. Joe Hamilton. Vineland beat Vineland had a first round bye, as did St. Joe Hamilton, and then Vineland beat Absegami 3-2 back on May 15th. Absegami got past Hamilton in the first round. Ocean City defeated Oakcrest in that first round. Then St. Joe Hamilton defeated them 4-2. So it's Vineland, St. Joe's in the Cape Atlantic League Championship game. That's tomorrow at Vineland. And Vineland has beaten St. Joe's 4 straight times, including 9-8 in their last matchup back on April 24th. Back to the action here as we start the bottom of the 3rd. The number 9 hitter in the Our Lady of Mercy order, Natalie Bachman, shows bunt, but it's going to go foul. Good idea, trying to get things moving here for her team after they were retired in order in the 2nd. Bachman playing center field, the senior. Again, one of 2 seniors today being honored, she and Madison Bullock. She was joined by her dad, Jim, and her mom, Tara, here today. 0-1, misses low, a ball and a strike. Natalie will be attending Villanova in the fall. So again, wishing her the best of luck there. The 1-1 is lifted into right towards the line. It's foul, though, out of the reach of the right fielder out there trying to track it down. It was Aubrey Rahm out there in right. So 1-2 now. Bachman behind the count. Going to have to battle a little bit here against Munoz, who has now retired 5 straight. Takes low for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and that Bachman hanging in there. Bachman comes in with 6 hits on the season to go with, along with 8 RBIs. She's also walked 5 times. Here's the 2-2. Swinging. This one is lifted to center. Dudley is going to, though, take a few steps over to her left and squeeze it. So center fielder retires center fielder for out number 1. Bachman hit it sharply, but Dudley was there to squeeze it. And we'll be back to the top of the OLMA order with Riley Welker, the shortstop. She reached on an errand and has scored the lone run of this game, as you see OLMA leading 1-0 here in the bottom half of the 3rd. Munoz rocks and delivers. Pitch misses outside for ball 1. Munoz looks in. This one is lifted in the air in the infield. It'll be squeezed by the second baseman, Iana Sharkey. That's her second defensive play of the game. Quickly 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom half of the third.
Number 12
for
Devin
OLMA.
Powell.
It'll bring Devin Powell to the plate for the second time today. She reached base on an error in her first plate appearance and was then stranded at third, as OLMA had their first 3 batters reach in the first inning. Then a line out, then a fly out and a line out double play ended things, but the Villagers were able to push one across in that first. So 0-1 to Powell. This one is lined sharply. It's short. Dropped, picked up the throw, not in time. Powell's going to turn and head to second as the throw got away, and she will wind up there safely, reaching again today on an error for the second time. So Powell, a 2-out base runner, and Izzy Quinlan stands in. She has the lone hit of the day for the Villagers, according to our official score.
Izzy Quinlan.
So Quinlan here with an opportunity with a runner in scoring position, hitting .358. She does have 19 runs batted in this season. Make it 20 as she lines this one in the right center field. Dudley scoops it up, but she will not be able to get it in time as Powell cruises home from second base on the RBI single from Quinlan. Quinlan 2 for 2 today. And it's a 2-0 OLMA lead here in the third.
Number 21.
Villagers will bring up
Safran.
Tegan Safran to the plate. Safran with a 4-game hitting streak. The catcher flew out to center to Dudley her first time up. Takes a ball 1 from Munoz. Munoz now surrendered 2 hits. Has not walked anyone, though. Here's a liner to center. Dudley coming on. It's going to fall in front of her, but only able to advance 1 base is Quinlan. She moves up to second. Back-to-back singles for OLMA here in the third as Safran drops one in center field. And now 2 aboard again for the Villagers with
Number
2 outs
17,
here in the third. Riley
Storms.
Storms stands in. She lined out to short her first time up. We got a courtesy runner for. We got a
Your
courtesy
attention,
runner
please.
for
Courtesy runner
Safran.
for the catcher at first base, number 13, Danielle Amato.
It'll be Danielle Amato wearing number 13 will go in and run for Safran. So Safran extends her hitting streak to 5 games with that base knock. And again, the pinch runner is 13. Danielle Amato. First pitch swing, it's chopped towards short. They bobble, they flip, they do get the force at second. And that'll do it for OLMA here in the third, but they do add another run on a couple of hits. We will head to
For the
the
Villagers in the
top
third
half of the
inning,
fourth.
1 run
It's
on
2-0
2 hits,
OLMA.
1 BUENA error, 2 runners left.
Be ruthless. But it's your chance to be ruthless. They don't wanna see me make it, they don't wanna see me care. Anytime I make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared. I walk a straight path, not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb, and I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up, cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is...
Leading off the top of the 4th inning for the Chiefs.
Quick moving
number 10,
matchup here in the Cape Atlantic League National Division. BUENA OLMA here from Cook Field on the campus of OLMA. Hit back to the circle, but good work defensively as Gerner knocked it down, recovered, and threw out Mackenzie Feaster to lead things off here in the 4th.
Now batting, number 8, Jen Augusto.
So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 4th. Here's swing again on the first pitch to short. They pick up, they fire. Not in time over there at first base. Jen Augusto beats out an infield single. Close play at first. But she was able to leg it out.
Number 21, Aubrey Rom.
Welker came up with it, but just couldn't get the throw there in time to Seabrook. Again, first pitch swing. This one's lifted towards first. Squeezing it over there at first base is Seabrook. She was standing on the base when she caught it, so it was a good thing that the base runner, Augusto, got back there as well. So now 2 down here in the 4th. 2 down. Augusto is the runner
6, Callie
at first.
Grabowski.
And it brings up catcher Kelly Grabowski. Augusto with 5 steals this year, so she will run. And the first pitch low for ball 1. Grabowski struck out her first time up. Takes a ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0, misses high, 3 balls, no strikes. First inning in which Gerner hasn't recorded a strikeout, and that one misses for ball 4. So first walk of the day allowed by Gerner, and that was a 4-pitch walk. BUENA now again threatening with 2 on here again in the 4th.
Your attention, courtesy for the runner at first base, now running number 13, CJ
Pinch runner for Grabowski over there at first is going to be number 13,
number
CJ
4,
Esquilin.
Amani Rivas.
Esquilin 2 stolen bases on the year. First pitch swing again. This one's going to get through the hole. Oh, knocked down nicely by the shortstop, though. Kept it in the infield at least. That saved a run as Welker was deep in the hole, was able to get to it, range over. Didn't have a throw, though, as Rivas has good speed. But we've got first and third now. Pardon me, we've got the bases loaded, I should say, now for BUENA.
Now batting,
as
number 12, Tamani Dudley.
OLMA head coach will head out to have a word with her pitcher. Of course, that's Rebecca Steger in her 4th year as the OLMA head coach, a 35-41 overall record. She took over in 2022 as the head coach, replacing Leo Haggerty. And she's a science teacher here at OLMA. Last year, OLMA 10-12 in what was her 3rd season. 12-8 in 2023, the most wins she's put up. And in 2022, 7-10. Again, this year, 6-11 overall for OLMA, 2-9 in the Cape Atlantic National. And, you know, as we get a called strike back to the top of the order for Dudley. Now swing first pitch. It's going to be trouble at first. The throw is in time, though. Good work by Riley Welker coming up, throwing quickly to get the very speedy Dudley at first base. So, again, OLMA wiggles out of another 6 wins. OLMA has outscored their opponents 83-10. And 3 of their 6 wins have come by shutout. And as you can see, they've used some great defense today to keep the 0 on the scoreboard for the guests. In their 5 losses this year, 5 of their 11 losses this year for OLMA have come by 2 runs or less, and 4 of those were by just a run. So they've been in a bunch of ball games, and a couple games could have gone the other way, and this team could easily be, 9-8, 8-9, maybe even 10-7 with a couple of good bounces. So they will wrap things up here in their regular season. Today against BUENA, they also have Shallock on the schedule at the end of the week on Friday. That game also here at home. In between, though, for OLMA, it's graduation day here in Newfield, and that is on Wednesday. So big things going on here at OLMA this week. We got a lacrosse game going on here as well right now. So lots of things happening here at Our Lady of Mercy Academy. We will start the 5th inning, and it's Pardon me, we're in the bottom of the fourth, I should say. It's Sadie Seabrook leading off. She led off the second, flew out to the second baseman her first time up. Fouls the first pitch off for strike one. 0-1, misses up and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. A win today for OLMA, by the way, would mark the first time this season that they've actually won consecutive games, and would mark the first time they've done so since May 14th and 16th of last year, with 1-run wins against Mainland and Gloucester Catholic last year. This one again hit foul towards the OLMA dugout. A couple players ducked over there. Look out, hit the fence, no worries, everyone's safe. This one fouled straight back our way. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes to Seabrook. Seabrook had a hit and a run scored the last Seabrook had a hit and an RBI in the last time these two teams faced off a couple of weeks ago, back on May 5th. 2-2 pitch, misses low, and the count runs now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Seabrook, who had a full count the first time she was at the plate here today as well against Munoz. Wound up popping out to second base. See what happens this time. That one misses, ball 4 wide. And Seabrook will sprint it down to first as the ball got away from the catcher. Took a turn there, took a peek at second, but thought better of it. It'll bring up Marley Gerner to the plate.
Number
Gerner,
7,
the sophomore,
Marley Gerner
flew out to center field her first time up. To Dudley, who covers a lot of ground out there. Gerner shows bunt, pulls back, and then taking off and advancing on the wild pitch, Seabrook. So Gerner does her job without making contact as the wild pitch advanced the runner. So now there's a runner in scoring position here with a ball and no strikes. Nobody out here, underway in the bottom half of the fourth. OLMA leading 2-0. Gerner takes high for ball 2. So 2-0 as Munoz allowed her first walk of the afternoon here in the fourth. 2-0, lifted in the air to shallow center. Dudley doesn't see it. Now she grabs it, reaches up and squeezes it for out number 1. So two at bats for Gerner. 2 flyouts to center field for the OLMA pitcher. It'll bring up Madison Bullock. The senior right fielder struck out her first time up today.
Madison Bullock.
Bullock, again, one of the 2 seniors being honored here today on senior day. And a cool move before the game is OLMA. Ball line to first. Squeezed over there by Chelly. So Bullock is retired on 1 quick pitch. And now with 2 outs, it brings up Natalie Bachman, the senior center fielder. Bachman hit one sharply to center, but Dudley squeezed that to retire her for the first out of the third. So Bachman stands in here with 2 out and 1 aboard in scoring position here for OLMA. Swing first pitch, hits one back towards the pitcher. Picked up there easily by Munoz, who throws to first to retire Bachman. And OLMA here in the fourth. Villagers lead it, though, 2-0 as we will head to the fifth. But we'll keep it here and just chat some more about some of the stories on some of these 2 teams. BUENA, of course, the head coach for the Chiefs is Jim Bell. He is in his first season as the BUENA head coach. But he takes over and has to fill the shoes of the legendary Pam Pickett. Pickett had 723 wins, 228 losses, and 1 tie in her 36 years as the Chiefs head coach. She has the South Jersey record for wins as a coach. She won 7 sectional titles, and BUENA never had a losing season during Pam Pickett's tenure as the head coach. And that, again, 36 years. So Jim Bell with some big shoes to fill. But certainly will have his team pointed in the right direction. They have a somewhat young team as well this year, but 5-17 here in 2025 are the Chiefs. And Buna will step to the plate here, grabbing the bats for inning number 5.
Leading things off for the BUENA Chiefs
Trailing
in the
by
fifth
two
inning,
by a
number
count of
7,
2-0.
Mar.
Again, these two teams met earlier this year, and it was a 6-0 OLMA win. They lead it 2-0 here in the second matchup of the season. Mar slaps one softly towards first, covering second, but not in time is the flip, as Seabrook tried to get it over to Quinlan, but not in time. Good speed from Mar to reach safely here to start the 5th
Now batting,
for the Chiefs.
number 1, Leilani Yunez.
She just placed that perfectly and was able to beat it out. It'll bring up Munoz, the pitcher for Buna, trying to help herself here with her team trailing by the score of 2-0. Takes ball 1. Munoz this year, 9 hits in 44 at-bats, hitting .205. She does have 7 runs batted in, which is a team high. 3 singles, 3 doubles, 2 triples. She also has a home run this season as well, and she's walked 15 times. Count now a ball and a strike. This one is hit high, but yanked way foul into the trees for strike 2. Ball and 2 strikes. First base coach down there for the Chiefs pointed the other way, said, hey, put that one in fair territory. 1-2. Over for a called strike 3 on the outside corner. Another strikeout for Gerner. And that's out number 1 here in the 5th.
Now batting, number 3, Mia Chelly.
It'll bring up Mia Chelly playing first base for Buna. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Chelly 0 for 2 today for Buna. The 0-1. This one is lifted down the right field line foul. Nobody's going to be able to get there. But it's quickly an 0-2 count to Chelly. Again, 0 for 2 today, batting in the number 4 spot for the sophomore, who has a team high 8 runs batted in this season. I said Munoz had a team high 7, but Munoz second in the team. Chelly leads the team with 8. Takes ball 1. A ball and 2 strikes here with 1 out in the top half of the 5th. OLMA leading 2-0. This ball's hit towards the third baseman. It's going to get by and into left field for a base hit. So for the fourth consecutive inning,
Feaster.
Buna has at least 2 runners on base here in the 5th. And with 1 out, it brings up McKenna Feaster. Feaster 1 for 2 officially with a single in the second. Grounded one back to the pitcher in her last plate appearance. Takes ball 1. Gerner looking in. The 0-1. Oh, she took something off that and got Feaster out in front of it. A ball and a strike to the Buna left fielder. This one hit sharply towards short. Making the play is the shortstop, Welker, steps on the bag, takes it herself to get the force. Smart play by Welker to get 1 there. And now with 2 outs, it's going to put runners at first and third on the fielder's choice.
Jen Augusto.
That brings up Jen Augusto to the plate. She struck out and singled. Running on the pitch, taking second is Feaster. So now 2 in scoring position for Buna, as the foul tip was caught by the catcher, Safran. So that allows her to continue and take the base. If the foul tip had been dropped, Feaster would have had to go back to first. Next pitch missed for ball 1. So a ball and 2 strikes to Augusto. 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Gerner, who has picked up 9 strikeouts today, looking for 10 here in a big spot with two outs and 2 in scoring position. This one is lifted in the air, deep to left field. Going back on it, though, and making the catch out there in left field. Nicely done by Devin Powell. She found the fence, got back, and made the catch to retire the side. So once again, Buna leaves 2 more runners aboard. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. It's OLMA 2, Buna nothing.
For the Chiefs in the 5th inning, no run.
They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
Shortstop Riley Welker will lead off for OLMA here to start things in the bottom half of the fifth. Her team leading it by the score of 2-0. Welker back to the top of the order. Takes a called strike one here in the bottom half of the fifth. Welker has reached base once today on an error. Flew out, popped out to second in her other plate appearance. This one's lifted in the air to shallow center. It's going to fall in for a hit. So Welker has her first hit of the day, on board for the second time today. And as she started this game, at least started the bottom half of the first for OLMA, reaching base, she does so again here to start things in the fifth.
Number 12, Devin Powell.
It'll bring Devin Powell to the plate. Powell has been aboard a couple times, reaching twice via error. Scored a run, lays down a bunt here. The sacrifice is successful, and great base running by Riley Welker. She went from first to third on that play smartly. Good base running by Riley Welker. Great sacrifice bunt by Powell, setting the table as almost trying to add on to this 2-0 lead.
Number 18, Izzy.
So Welker, good base running, gets herself down to third with Izzy Quinlan standing in. Quinlan 2 for 2 today, a couple singles. First pitch gets away. The runner is going to score on the wild pitch. So basically Riley Welker just kind of ran that, scored that run basically on the strength of her smart base running and good speed. Stole a run there for OLMA as they now lead it 3-0. Over for a called strike one now. A ball and a strike to Izzy Quinlan. So Welker helps OLMA grab a 3-0 lead here in the fifth. Quinlan now with one out, 1-1 count. Misses high, 2 balls and a strike. Quinlan singled in the first on an infield hit and had an RBI single in the third that scored Powell. Takes that pitch wide. 3 balls and a strike to Izzy Quinlan. Quinlan was 4 for 4 with 4 runs batted in OLMA's last win and their last game back on May 12th as they defeated Wildwood Catholic 13-0. The sophomore had 4 RBIs and scored a run in that game as well for the Villagers. Now a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Just the third full count for Munoz today, the pitcher for BUENA. Payoff pitch. Lifted in the air, up and out of play over our head, and the count will remain full at 3-2. Munoz with a little bit of a long delay out there. She got a new ball and trying to reset. Full count pitch. This one's lifted in the air to shallow right field. It's going to drop. The umpire, on the right field line says caught. So the bounce I saw was when the glove hit the ground. It looked like maybe it bounced into the glove, but he says it was caught. We'll get another great peek at it here as Rom came on to make the catch. Get a look. Shallow right.
Number 21.
Rom coming on.
Safran.
Get a good peek there, yeah, and then I saw the little bounce there, but she got it, grabbed it with the bare hand as well to make sure. So that's 2 down here in the 5th. Nice catch in right field by Rom. Foul ball at the plate. As Tegan Safran stands in. She singled in her last plate appearance to extend her hitting streak to 5 games. Safran came in hitting .480, takes a called strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes to Tegan Safran. She has the only home run of the season for OLMA, according to the stats on NJ.com. 13 runs batted in for her as well. That pitch over for a called strike 3. So Muñez picks up her 2nd strikeout of the day, and a good spot for it as she's able to limit the damage. OLMA picks up just 1 run.
1 run on
1 hit.
There were no runners left on base after 5.
Nobody left on here. We'll go to the 6th. It's OLMA 3, BUENA 0. You're watching Cape Atlantic League National Division softball action here on BFA Sports, coming to you from Our Lady of Mercy Academy in Newfield, New Jersey. Glad you're joining us. A beautiful afternoon, a little bit breezy, but nothing we can't live with here on a really gorgeous mid-May afternoon. If you consider May 19th mid-May, I think that counts. But a great day, senior day again here at OLMA. The 2 seniors, number 16, Madison Bullock in right field, and number 6, Natalie Bachman in center field, being honored before the game. OLMA, as I mentioned earlier, with a classy move, recognizing the 3 seniors on the BUENA roster. Simone Dudley, Aubrey Rom, and Emma Rivas. Rom making a great catch there back in that in the bottom half of the 5th there, robbing a hit from Izzy Quinlan. So we will head to the 6th. Again, OLMA leading 3-0. These 2 teams played to a 6-0 result earlier this season. Haley Dobelman did a nice job pitching in that one for OLMA. Struck out 11 while not allowing any walks.
Leading things off for the Chiefs.
And they're getting another good pitching performance here today from the sophomore Gerner. This ball is looped in the air to left field. It's going to fall for a hit. So BUENA continues to get runners aboard here.
That was number 21,
as Aubrey Rom, who had a great defensive play out there in right field, loops a single to left, swinging at the first pitch. And it'll bring up the catcher, Callie Grabowski. She reached on a walk back in the 4th, struck out in the 2nd. We are here in the 6th with OLMA leading it by the score of 3-0. Gerner, first pitch, fastball, a strike. The stolen base attempt is, they're going to say safe, so a steal for Rom. She gets into scoring position as Grabowski showed bunt. The pitch was called a ball. So we've got 1-0 the count on Grabowski, and Rom, with the steal, moves herself into scoring position. Again, showing bunt, but it's fouled back. A ball and a strike to Grabowski. For Rom, that was her first stolen base of the season. Now 1-1. Showing bunt again. She pulls the bat back. It's a called strike 2 to Grabowski. So a ball and 2 strikes now to the junior catcher. He was 1 hit this season and walked 5 times. Takes a called strike 3 there. So Gerner gets another K for out number 1 here in the 6th.
Now batting, number 4, Amani Rivas.
And with 1 out, it brings Amani Rivas to the plate, the number 9 hitter. Swing at the first pitch. He loops it over the head of the shortstop, Welker, into left field, rolling into third base, and slamming on the brakes there is Rom. And it's runners at first and third here for BUENA in the 6th. Rivas, with her 2nd hit of the day, 2 for 3 now, is the BUENA designated player. And it brings to the plate the dangerous center fielder, Tamani Dudley. She was hit by a pitch back in the third. 0 for 2 officially. Takes ball 1. And another stolen base for Rivas as they don't throw with first and third. And now with 1 out, Olma's got to try and pull another magic act here to try and keep this thing scoreless. Gerner's done a nice job, though, getting the outs when needed. And we'll see if she can do it again. A ball and a strike now to Dudley, the senior center fielder for BUENA. She leads the team in all their offensive categories. Takes ball 2. Dudley has scored a team-high 16 runs. She's got a team-high 18 hits. 19 stolen bases as well. Takes a called strike 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Dudley. Big batter here from Marley Gerner here with 1 out and 2 in scoring position for BUENA. Right-hander rocks, throws. This one slapped foul down the left field line. So the count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gerner, who really did a nice job in limited action this season, according to the stats in NJ.com. 5 innings pitched, allowed just 4 hits, had 8 strikeouts and just 1 walk coming into today. Well, she struck out 10 now today. 2-2, lifted towards short. Welker comes over, makes the catch, steps on the bag, and a huge double play for Olma, and they get out of yet another with 2 runners aboard. They get out of another jam here in the 6th. It's just been a magic act all day long for Olma. We'll get another look at it here, and you'll see the hit slicing towards the shortstop. Welker catches, steps on the bag, and that retires the side here in the 6th. Nicely done by Welker there at shortstop. And again, Olma has just managed to keep BUENA at bay all day here as they continue to get base runners. They've now left 9 runners on base. They've now left 10 runners on base, has BUENA today. So a bit of a frustrating afternoon for the Chiefs offense. And again, the Olma defense has been getting it done, as well as the pitcher Marley Gerner, the sophomore, doing a nice job. So it's the great double play for Olma, gets them out of the jam there in the top half of the 6th.
Don't affect my judgment. Don't affect my judgment.
So we'll head to the bottom half of the 6th for Olma. Again, leading by the score of 3-0.
Leading off the 6th for the Villagers.
It'll be Riley Storms playing third base. She'll lead it off. She's 0 for 2 today, lined out to short and grounded out to short on a fielder's choice. Takes the first pitch wide for ball 1. Munoz still in there for BUENA. And here's 6th inning of work. This one chopped softly down the first base line. It's going to trickle foul. And it'll be a ball and a strike to Storms. Riley Storms was 2 for 3 with a double and a couple of RBIs and a run scored in Olma's last game, that win on May 12th at Wildwood Catholic, a 13-0 victory. So she had a good game coming off that. Looking to keep that going is the junior. Chops this one foul as it bounces behind the plate. Chops looked like it might have bounced off the shoulder of our home plate umpire, Gary Spano. Shakes his head, he's okay. He's joined today by Dennis Gerald, who's our umpire along the bases. 1-2 now, the count to Storms. Lifted in the air, back this way. It's going to be out of play over our head. So the count remains a ball and 2 strikes to Storms.
For all time's sake.
One, 2. Ooh, had to hold up. She really wanted to chase that, but was able to hang on. So the junior third baseman for Olma sees the count run. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2, foul tip, got a piece of it. Hanging in there. Count remaining remains at 2-2. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat here to Riley Storms. Lined out to short her first time up, which wound up being a double play as Quinlan got doubled off over there at second base. This one's lined towards short again, but over the head of Augusto and in the gap in left center. Storms will run easily into second base with a stand-up double. Riley Storms gets things started strong for OLMA here to start the 6th. Brings to the plate Sadie Seabrook.
Number 14,
the sophomore, 0 for 1 officially, popped out to second. Back in the second, and drew a walk in the 4th. First baseman for OLMA has done a nice job defensively over there at first base and gets an opportunity here with the bat. First pitch misses high, ball 1. 2 strikeouts, just 1 walk today for Leilani Munoz, the junior pitcher for BUENA. Shows bunt, does Seabrook, chases, and it's a called strike 1. So a ball and a strike here to Seabrook. Again, the sophomore. 5 sophomores in the starting lineup for OLMA. So it's a bright future for this team. She takes ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. Again, OLMA this season, 6-11 overall. They will be playing in the postseason too. They do have 1 regular season game left, but they'll also, right now, the 10th seed in the NJSI AA South Jersey Group A bracket. Strike 2, swing and a miss by Seabrook. And they also extended the qualification deadline for the NJSIA tournament in both baseball and softball. Thanks to a lot of the rain we've had the last couple weeks. Seabrook gets a piece of that one, fouls it off. Last Friday, the 16th, the NJSIAA announced that the cutoff dates for baseball and softball got pushed back. They were initially supposed to be Saturday, the 17th, but the new cutoff date is May 21st, Wednesday. This ball hit in the air to shallow, actually in the infield, pardon me, to second base. Squeezing it for out number 1 is Sharkey. So it's the second pop out of the day to second base for Seabrook. That's 1 out.
Number 7, Marley.
And I'll bring up the pitcher, Marley Gerner. Gerner having a great day in the circle. Has flown out twice at the plate. So 0 for 2 officially for her. But she's really been able to control the game pitching. She shows bunt, gets a piece of it, fouls it back off the catcher, Grabowski.
Hey, watch it again, watch it again, watch it again.
9 strikeouts so far for Gerner. Again, showing bunt. Gets this one out in front of the plate. Actually, the umpire is going to say safe. It didn't hit her. It looked like the ball was going to hit the bat. It rolled away from the bat, though, so the umpire was signaling safe. Gerner gets down there safely at first, and then scoring on the throw is Storms. She advanced to third. Then as the throw was made down to first, she kept on coming and comes around to score. So it's a 4-0 OLMA advantage as Gerner gets the infield bunt single. No RBI, though, as she came around and scored on the error. So it's a 4-0 OLMA lead here in the 6th, and it brings up senior Madison Bullock. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Bullock, the senior, getting what perhaps will be her last opportunity bat here on senior day. Stands in 0-1 with 1 out. Takes a called strike 2 at the knees, 0-2. With 1 out, senior Natalie Bachman waits on deck. Again, as the 2 seniors today being honored in the on senior day, batting 8th and 9th today for OLMA. This one taps softly towards third, but bounces foul. So the count remains no balls and 2 strikes here with 1 out. Gerner was moving when she saw that ball chopped off the dirt, so she was trying to get herself to third base. She'll have to go back. Bullock doesn't chase. And the count now a ball and 2 strikes. Again, Bullock able to hold up, and the count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes. This will be the 6th pitch of the at-bat for Munoz here. against Bullock. 21st pitch of the inning for Munoz is a strike. That's a strikeout. 2 down here in the 6th. And it brings up Natalie Bachman, the sophomore center fielder, 0 for 2 today. Again, going to Villanova is this senior center fielder. Lines this one softly in the infield. Nobody's covering first, and Bachman will be aboard with an infield single. So Bachman gets the single. Gerner moves up to third, and OLMA now with runners at first and third. So Bachman gets a base hit on senior day of the infield variety.
Number 2,
But certainly
Welker.
her teammates like it as they cheer her on. So now runners at first and third, back to the top of the order for Riley Welker, the shortstop. She's had a good game today. 1 for 3 officially with a single back in the 5th. She scored a couple runs, done a nice job defensively as well for this OLMA team. Welker, one of those 5 sophomores in the starting lineup, so certainly a bright future with this player. She lifts one in the air down the right field line. It's going to get out of play. So we've got a ball and a strike to Welker. 1-1. The pitch goes wide. Grabowski tracks it down. And Gerner does not try and advance from third. But moving up to second is Bachman on the wild pitch. So with runners at second and third, here's the 2-1. It's over for a called strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Welker. Welker, 15 hits this season. She does have 10 runs batted in, 3 doubles and a triple. She's also walked 16 times, which is a team high. Lifts this one down the left field line. It's going to be a fair ball. This will score 2, as scoring easily from third is Gerner, scoring from second, Bachman, and Welker with a 2-run double here in the 6th gives OLMA a 6-0 advantage, which is the exact score OLMA defeated BUENA by earlier this season, 6-0, which is also interesting because last year these two teams played with BUENA winning both games, and those 2 games were by the same score, 2-1 last year. So kind of some symmetry, if you will, between these 2 teams. Called strike 1 to Devin Powell, whose sacrifice bunt led to a run last inning. Loops one in the air, in the infield. Munoz squeezes it, and that'll retire the side here for BUENA in the 6th, but the Villagers score 3 here in the inning.
The Villagers in the 6th inning, they scored 3 runs.
We will head to the 7th. It's OLMA 6, BUENA nothing.
The 7th inning, OLMA now leads.
Marley Gerner trying to finish this one off. She's been able to strike out 10 BUENA hitters today and done a fantastic job. And really, this is the most extensive pitching she's done all season, at least according to the stats on NJ.com. They had her just with 5 innings pitched this season. Today is now entering her 7th inning of work with 10 strikeouts. First pitch over for a called strike 1 to Aubrey Marr. Marr 2 for 3 today, a couple of singles, both of the infield variety. Made a great catch defensively out in right field as well, did Marr. So we've seen some good work from her on both sides of the coin. Swing and miss there. No balls and 2 strikes. Gerner with 10 strikeouts, looking to add here in the 7th, trying to close this one out for her team. That pitch misses high for ball 1. A ball and 2 strikes. Gerner's also just walked 1 batter today as she runs the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Both these teams were in the NJSIAA tournament last year. A little bunt by Marr. Throw is not going to be in time, and Marr has her 3rd hit of the day. And once again, BUENA with runners aboard. They've had base runners all day long.
Now batting, number 1, Leilani Munez.
They've left 10 on base today entering the 7th inning. Leilani Munez stands in, the pitcher. Fouls the first pitch off. Back to the screen. No balls and a strike to Munez. Marr is aboard at first. She stole a base earlier today, which was her 10th. Balls pop foul our way in front of the OLMA dugout. No balls and 2 strikes to Munez. Gerner looking for strikeout number 11 here on the 0-2. Munez calls time, steps out. Pitcher versus pitcher. Marr is the runner at first with the leadoff single here with nobody out. Off-speed pitch is lined into right. It's going to get past Bullock, and it's going to roll way back to the fence. Marr is wheeling around third. She will score easily. Munez heads to third, and she will get there safely as running it in will be Izzy Quinlan. She'll run it in after Bullock was able to track it down back against the fence. So Marr scores.
Number 3, Mia
Munez safe at third. And BUENA has cracked the scoreboard here, 6-1. Swing and a miss on pitch number 1 to Mia Shelley. 0-1 the count. She's 1 for 3 today with a single back in the 5th. 0-1, misses wide. Now 1-1.
I don't think so.
1-1, foul. Lined over the OLMA dugout here on a beautiful Monday afternoon here. Again, OLMA with senior day and then graduation coming up on Wednesday, and they have their final regular season game on Friday. It's called strike 3, strikeout number 11 for Marley Gerner. And that's out number 1 here in the 7th.
McKenna Feaster.
I'll bring up McKenna Feaster. Feaster 1 for 3. She singled back in the 2nd. Takes ball 1.
Clear.
.0. Line towards first. Grabbed over there. And the throw to third is not in time. But a nice grab by Seabrook at first. Gets out number 2. Munez is able to dive back just in time ahead of the throw as Seabrook threw to Storms over there covering third, but again, not in time. 2 outs. It brings Jen Augusto to the plate. Gerner, her first pitch misses low for ball 1.
Clear.
1-0. Hit towards short. Welker picks it up. Actually, she drops it. And it'll be a second run crossing for BUENA. Now 6-2. And reaching safely on the error is Augusto as it was shortstop to shortstop. And now with 2 outs,
number 21,
Aubrey Rom stands in. Rom was the one who made that great catch in right field. I was saying Marr earlier. Marr's playing third base today. Rom in right. She's swinging at the first pitch. Storms gloves, throws to first in time. That'll do it for BUENA here in the 7th. They do score a couple of runs, but the fire is put out, and that'll do it for the Chiefs here in the 7th, as OLMA able to pick up the victory by the score of 6-2. They sweep the season series from BUENA,
as the Villagers will host the
as again
in a non-conference matchup.
OLMA won that first matchup by the score of 6-0, and then wins today by the final score of 6-2. Marley Gerner is the winning pitcher. The sophomore struck out 11 and allowed 11 hits here on senior day, as Gerner, the sophomore, shined just as brightly as the 2 seniors today as well, who were honored prior to this one. And again, those seniors, Madison Bullock, the right fielder, as well as the center fielder, Natalie Bachman. So congratulations to those 2 young ladies, the seniors, as they get a win on senior day. And you see the celebration out there in right field as they play. Celebration by Cool and the gang as well. So a good win for OLMA. It's their first time they've won consecutive games since last season, winning back-to-back on May 14th and 16th last year. Winning today on the 19th after getting a win in their last game on May 12th against Wildwood Catholic. So in those, and again, we talked about the wins for OLMA this year. This is now their 7th win, and in those 7 wins, they've outscored their opponents 89-12. So certainly when the OLMA offense gets rolling, they really can put some numbers up. And they're going to finish off the regular season on, looks like Thursday, the 22nd, here at home against Shalleck. And then, of course, they'll have an opportunity in the NJSIAA Group A tournament as well. BUENA will finish this game with the loss. They dropped to 5-18 overall. They still have a couple more games left on their regular season schedule. They're supposed to be home against Williamstown on Wednesday and then at Wildwood on Thursday. Of course, weather could be an issue later in the week as well. And then BUENA, as last I checked, they were the number 11 seed in NJSIAA Group 1 Power Points in South Jersey. So they will likely be playing in the postseason as well. And they'll have a tough matchup in that first round. And that should be in a little bit more than a week. So, again, these 2 teams finish out their Cape Atlantic League schedule. Again, Our Lady of Mercy moves to 7-11 overall and 3-9 in the Cape Atlantic National. BUENA drops to 5-18 and 0-12 in the Cape Atlantic National. We want to thank everybody, our entire crew here, for all their hard work today. As again, OLMA wins it by the score of 6-2. So for our entire gang on cameras, our technical guys here at the table, my name is Mike Shute. We want to thank the folks at OLMA as well for helping us get things set up. Again, the final score, OLMA 6, BUENA 2. Thanks for watching on this beautiful Monday afternoon. We'll see you next time on BFA Sports.